Hello, my dear ones. Today our warm-up will be dedicated to our columns. We will awaken them, relieve tension, and improve their elasticity, mobility, and functionality. For now, just stand up. Keep your knees slightly soft, and now start to make a gentle nod of your head. And very gently, smoothly, keeping the pelvis over the feet, slightly directing the pubic bone towards the sternum, vertebra by vertebra, begin to lower yourself down until you feel comfortable. And then, pressing the feet into the floor, we tilt the pelvis backward and smoothly return to a vertical position. And again, we make a gentle nod of the head, directing the pubic bone slightly towards the sternum. Do not tense the sacrum, vertebra by vertebra. Lower yourself down while keeping the pelvis in a vertical position as much as possible. Then allow the pelvis to rotate on the heads of the femurs. You lower yourself down, observing the movement. How is it happening for you right now? Where are the areas of tension? And by pressing with your feet, we grow vertebra by vertebra. Up, and now we will slowly start working a bit with the right leg. The left leg is the supporting one, slightly soft. You can hold on to the wall, friends, so that you feel comfortable. We begin gently, softly rolling the feet, barely touching the ball. Barely, as if you have just lightly and gently touched and are rolling. Do not press your feet onto the ball. There is no need to push down right now. Instead, roll very gently and smoothly, engaging the edge of the heel, the tips of the toes along the outer edge, and the inner edge, touching very softly. Breathe calmly, slowly and gently initiate movement in a gentle circle, in one direction, then gradually in the other direction, and stand up. You are probably standing quite differently now. Just feel the support in your feet. And we continue to work with the right leg, but now we will press more intensely into the ball and roll the feet more actively. We immerse ourselves in the ball and actively roll the feet, engaging the edge of the heel and the tips of the toes along the outer edge and the inner edge. We are breathing, the jaw is relaxed, the shoulders are relaxed, everything is relaxed. Well done, let's stand up. We make a gentle nod of the head and the gaze glides down towards the floor. We smoothly lower ourselves down, vertebra by vertebra, and you are likely already feeling a significant difference. Perhaps some of you feel that the right arm has become longer, while for others the movement along the spine on the right side has become much freer after we worked on the feet, and some may already feel relief in the neck. We continue to work with the right leg. Place heel on the ball and front part of the feet on the floor. We simply start to shift our weight, sinking in. Press the right foot into the floor while the left one can be lifted. If you feel that your balance is not quite right yet, keep the left leg on the floor and we will shift the weight. And we distribute the weight with you 60%. On the front part of the feet, 40% on the back. You feel a good support in the pad of the big toe. We lift up. Now we shift to the arch of the feet, gently stretching the toes forward, pulling back with the heel, and here we immerse ourselves in the arch of the feet and return. And now we place the heel on the floor, with the front part of the feet on the ball. And here we gently sink into the ball, slowly bending the right leg at the knee, and breathing calmly and deeply. Well done. Stand up. Feel what has changed. We do the head nod again, directing the pubic bone towards the chest. Gently lower down vertebra by vertebra. I think you can already feel a significant difference. Now we rise up. We do the same with the left leg. Slightly lower yourself, keep the knee soft, and focus on the supporting legs. You can hold on to something if necessary, and while doing this, we barely touch the ball. We barely touch. Gently and softly roll. Along the outer edge, along the inner edge. We start circular movements. The pelvis stays in place, moving to one side and then to the other. The supporting leg is soft, the knee is soft. We are working on balance with one leg and then the other at the same time. Stand up. Feel what has changed. And now, we start to press more intensely on the ball and roll, the entire foot again. Quite very intensively and quickly. But at the same time, we always indeed engage the edge of the heel. I definitely apologize. The edge of the heel and the tips of the toes of the foot. Well done. And the very tips of the feet. And now we place the heel on the ball and begin to transfer the weight. On the left leg, while keeping the left knee soft, we transfer our weight and return, transferring and returning again to the arch of the foot. Here, we move our toes in different directions. Literally a few times, and now we place the heel on the floor, the front part of the foot on the ball. Here, we slightly bend the knee, sinking a bit more of the front part of the foot into the ball, and we breathe. Shoulders relaxed, the whole body relaxed. Great job. We stand up, and again we make a gentle nod of the head. And smoothly, vertebra by vertebra, we lower ourselves down, observing the changes that have occurred. We press down with our feet, tilt the pelvis backward, and align the pelvis over the feet, the chest over the pelvis, and the head over the chest. And now we take two balls. About at the level of the hip joints, we stand on the balls with our heels. Friends, you can hold on if you need to. If someone is scared and afraid of falling, please feel free to hold on to something. And we begin to move the heel of one leg to the floor, then the other. And now we transition. We start walking like this. First one leg, then the other. We place one heel down, then the other. Place the front part of the foot on one leg and then on the other leg, and walk. And breathe deeply and calmly, just a few more times. And we stayed with our heels on the balls, and we slightly turned our feet inward. You can place the balls a bit wider apart, and just a little, literally, we have slightly pigeon-toed. We will need the back of a chair or a wall, or some stool that you can lean on. The higher the elevation, my friends, the better. Therefore, the wall will also work perfectly. I will use the back of the chair. Place your right hand on the back of the chair. We slightly rotate the right shoulder outward, placing the left hand on the back of the head, barely touching. Friends, please do not push your head forward, barely touching the back of your head. Slightly bend your knees and pull your sitting bones back. And here we push with our feet. On the floor, stretch the balls from under you and reach up towards the ceiling with your left elbow, opening up the entire left side, and then return back, sitting down. Inhale. Push yourself up without overextending the knees. We always keep our knees soft. Inhale. Soft exhale. Inhale. Soft exhale. Slightly rotate the right shoulder joint outward. And you definitely feel that you are initiating this movement from your feet. Your feet push you upward, and there is a connection established between your elbow and your feet, especially your left leg. The bases of the big toes are well immersed in the floor, and we have 60% of our weight on the front part of the foot, 40% on the front part of the foot. To the back, we have moved into a side bend. We open the left side, and here we gently twist in a spiral and gently lift the chest up towards the ceiling, slightly slowing down the pelvis. We rotate the rib cage more. We gently spiral ourselves. In this case, our right shoulder remains in place, motionless. We rotate the chest relative to the right shoulder. And we returned. We changed hands. We placed the left hand on the backrest or on the wall. With the right hand, we barely touch the back of the head. The head is above the chest, slightly lower down, opening the sitting bones. It's important, friends, not to tuck in the tail. On the contrary, we slightly open the sit bones. And here we push ourselves up with our feet and reach up towards the ceiling with our right elbow, opening up the right side, and slightly lower ourselves. Inhale, push ourselves up. Soft exhale, inhale. Flexibility, friends, starts from the feet. We activate the connections from our feet to our hands and chest. You feel as if you are stretching your elbow literally from your right foot. You can indeed feel the base of your big toes well. Push yourself up with your legs to the best of your ability. Establish the connection firmly and steadily, and breathe deeply. Well done. Great job. We moved into a side bend, and here we gently spiral, keeping the pelvis in place. And now we turn our gaze slightly upward towards the ceiling, while the left shoulder remains in place. Friends, it wants to jump forward, but we keep it slightly turned outward in place. Gently, we rotate the chest inward in a spiral. Gently turn upwards towards the ceiling. Observe how the movement occurs on this side. Are you breathing, or have you stopped breathing a long time ago? Friends, please breathe. And slowly and carefully returned back to the original starting position. We simply stand with the balls. Place your hands on the back of a chair or against the wall. We fold at the hip joints with the sit bones reaching back. The back is straight, the collarbones are wide, and the shoulder blades are broad. Now imagine that the ceiling is touching the top of your head and begin to rise onto your toes, then lower back down. We push the floor away from us with the bases of our big toes, and as a result, the heels lift up while the ceiling touches the back of our head, my friends. That is, we do not grow up and down, but we only lift our heels and lower them. And the pelvis stays in place. Please do not tilt the pelvis. This is not a movement of the knees forward. This will be a completely different movement. We have kept the pelvis and the head in place and are only lifting the heels and gently lowering them. We lift, gently lower. Let this be a small movement for you, where you control that the pelvis does not move anywhere. You can place your hand on the sacrum and track it. Good job. Just a little more. Lower your heels, rise up, stand up, look down towards the floor, and nod your head. And gently, smoothly, vertebra by vertebra, we lower ourselves down. Friends, how do you feel about this movement right now? And pressing with the feet. The pelvis rotates slightly, and we grow gradually upwards. And now just stand up right now and feel the difference. Between how you stood at the beginning and how you stand now, has there been more support in your legs? And how has your posture changed overall after we literally worked a little with your feet?